The current landscape for the workforce in Lancaster County is a lot of opportunity. We are going through a period where there's a lot of openings for positions. A lot of employers share the same need to try to attract skilled for the openings that they have for their particular companies. We're all faced the same challenge of an aging workforce. So there's going to be some natural attrition that is occurring, and the baby boomers are getting closer and closer to retirement.
I see the gaps a little bit on both ends from the employer side of things, knowing that they have the aging workforce coming to us to partner with some type of training that we could do for the incumbent workers, things that we can do forward-looking to help the employers look for those types of gaps to be resolved.
With opportunity brings challenges. Employers do face the challenge of trying to make sure they have the appropriate human capital, the appropriate skills to fill the jobs that are needed so they can provide for their stakeholders involved. Here at High, we know, based on our aging workforce, we're going to have 900 openings over the next 5 years. We have some basic requirements that are needed.
Job seekers today are seeing a lot of jobs that are available, not necessarily in the skills that they currently have. Maybe they need some more technical skills, some certifications to make them qualified for the jobs that they're seeing. There are jobs out there. Folks have to be willing to make the transition.
We're not in the business of bringing up basic skills. We're not in the business of teaching someone how to do math. There are organizations out there that help to provide those basic requirements, and we will help those organizations.
We are able to create short-term training programs by hearing what the needs are. For example, some of those may be welding, introduction to manufacturing, metal castings, different types of training that will help give their employees or folks looking to apply a little boost up. That then helps the employer so they don't have to do all the training themselves. So I think more partnering with agencies that are able to do that will help employers then not have to do all of that themselves.
We partnered with Tech Central. We basically took our assessment that we look for folks to be able to pass, so to speak, and we said, hey, we'll work with you to build a curriculum so that you can have folks come in and go through some schooling to come up to these basic requirements that we're looking for.
There's actual employers in the county that have had their jobs profiled. So by a profiler going out and profiling their jobs, they will come back to us and say an individual to do this job needs this score level in their work keys test. So at the Career Link, we can help those folks go through that program. They graduate with their work keys credential and can show that to an employer that proves I have these basic skills to do this job.
The challenge in front of us is how do we source those people, really, to fill those jobs? We have a very low unemployment rate in the county, so sourcing and partnering with all the appropriate places where you will find employees is very important, and that's the challenge we face.
There is a huge amount of staff and resources available in the Career Link building to the job seekers and to the employers. They're both our customer. There's the state system, Job Gateway, that employers can post their job orders on. We have a staff of business service reps that will work with employers to help them match with job seekers that we have.
Everything you need is right there. Computers are provided, a daily newspaper, reference directories of businesses in town or out of town. They teach a class on how to write a resume, on how to interview.
Some challenges that we continue to see that connects employers with job seekers is the disconnect of taking the personal aspect out. We certainly understand that more employers now have online applications. They have to go through certain systems in order for them to even interview folks.
Finding work is so different now than it was. Instead of writing a resume, which might have taken me 20 minutes to half an hour, and then adding a cover letter and sending it in the mail or delivering it, now we're looking at perhaps 2 to 3 hours to apply online. Applying to the great abyss and not necessarily receiving word back.
I think if there's something that businesses could take a look at to help is some type of automatic response back. At least we received your application, we're taking a look at it. There are some employers that are very good at doing that. However, there's a lot that you just never hear anything back. So I think just the common courtesy of something back, some type of notification, at least that they received the information, would be helpful. When we look at the needs that the employers are facing and the lack of being able to match the job seekers to those jobs, I think there's more that can be done as far as understanding what the PA Career Link can do for employers. We have folks who are coming in every day. They will hear an employer that's there for the day recruiting, and it's a great match. That happens pretty routinely, but once again, employers need to understand and know that that's something available to them.
If we work together and resolve this problem, Lancaster County will be even more prosperous than what it currently is. We just need to align ourselves, collaborate, and connect the dots to be successful.